That down. Let's move into this, shall we? One of the big anticipated things coming out of the brand new DC universe is an HBO Max series about the Green Lanterns. Now, we already know who one Green Lantern is. The Green Lantern in the comics, there is one of the Green Lanterns by the name of Guy Gardner, and that's being played by Nathan Fillion. Everybody's excited about that. But of course, like the quintessential main Green Lantern is Hal Jordan. Mm-hmm. And we understand that this series, Green Lantern series, is going to kind of primarily revolve around the two most popular Green Lanterns, which is Hal Jordan and John Stewart. Well, there's a report going around by a guy who's appeared on our show a number of times, our friend Jeff Snyder from the Snyder, who is now reporting that DC is looking at Josh Brolin to play Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern, in that upcoming series. This comes to us from the good folks over at Joe Blow, who write the following. Comicbook.com is reporting that according to the podcast, The Snyder, which is, of course, Jeff's podcast, there is talk of Brolin being offered the role of Jordan, who was the subject of Reynolds' Green Lantern film. These are currently rumors and nothing concrete has been confirmed. In the HBO adaptation, Jordan is paired up with another Lantern, John Stewart. Stewart is yet to be cast. However, Black Adam's Aldous Hodge, who portrayed Hawkman, has voiced John Stewart in animated productions and is in the market to play the crossover. So Aldous would like to play that. But we'll talk about Aldous another time. By the way, I love Aldous Hodge. He's great. Let's talk about this Josh Brolin thing. If this is true, and you got to take that with a huge grain of salt, if it's true, Jeff is often right, but sometimes wrong. So if this is true, it's really surprising me, because I thought they would go with somebody, again, Ryan Reynolds' age, maybe even a little bit younger, right? For Hal Jordan. I even saw some discussion online and headlined in some outlets saying, wait a minute, if you didn't want to have an older Superman, what? Because, you want to be able to have somebody who's younger, can play for a long time. Why are you starting with Josh Brolin? And I get it. But here's what this tells me. And I could be right and I could be wrong. I'm speculating here. But I love that image. What it kind of tells me is that in this universe, because remember, Green Lantern is different than Superman. Superman is a person. Green Lantern is a uniform. I mean, it's an organization. There are many, many Green Lanterns. And apparently, at minimum, 4 from Earth. You got Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, John Stewart, Hal Jordan. I think there was a female one too. But anyway, at minimum 4 from Earth, and there's thousands of others. So there are lots of Green Lanterns. I wonder if they are casting Josh Brolin, if what they're saying is that Hal Jordan is the elder Green Lantern.
Wizened.
He's the sheriff. He's the old sheriff on the block. And we are also going to be introduced to younger Green Lanterns. Again, we already know Guy Gardner's going to be there. We already know John Stewart's going to be there. I'm going to assume at some point we'll get a Kyle Rayner as well. So if he's like the guy who's been around and doing it the longest, and he's kind of like the head sheriff of the Earth universe's Green Lanterns, and he's kind of mentoring these other ones, maybe they could be going for something like that. It also makes me wonder if it is being played by Josh Brolin, if Hal Jordan's Green Lantern dies in this HBO Max series. So I'm not sure. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this. What would you think of a Josh Brolin being a Hal Jordan Green Lantern? What, if anything, does that tell you about what the story here could be? And could you see him as a long-term Hal Jordan?
It feels a bit of a Maverick kind of choice here, right? Of having the older former hotshot pilot in the mix. And I think you can do that. I don't think you have to bring in a whole bunch of young blood here. We also have to remember that Josh Brolin is 56. Nathan Fillion's 53. He might not look it, but he's 53 years old.
I would never think that Josh Brolin is only 3 years older than Nathan Fillion.
Right?
Woo.
So if we are looking at having him be in more of a mentor position, or traditionally with the Green Lanterns, right, somebody dies a lot of times. So if we do lose Josh Brolin, we do want someone a little older and wiser. I think there's tons of actors who could absolutely play Hal. The thing I'm worried about with Josh Brolin is he's not exactly known for his comedic quips. He's great in interviews, but he usually plays like grizzled, tough guys.
Did you see his Saturday Night Live appearance.
Oh yeah, he's great on that.
He was actually pretty good
He
on
does
that.
a good
yeah.
job. I always imagined a lot of the Green Lantern guys to be, except for Stewart, because he is a very like solemn kind of character,
Right.
to be a little bit quippier. And so in my brain, it was somebody more like, I don't know, like a James Marston or something in there,
Right.
popping in there. I think he'd do a great job, though. It's really just comes down to how they write this character and what the script is. I don't know if he would be long for this world. I feel like it is
Right.
more of a, he'd be a guest star or a series regular for one season and then go bye-bye.
And by the way, we could also be getting like the way they did with Ben Affleck's Batman. This could be now an older, more seasoned, maybe a little bit more jaded, a little more grizzled Hal Jordan than before. So it
Sure.
might be a different kind of like, because I'm with you. My first thought was the Ryan Reynolds portrayal,
Yeah.
and they just transpose that onto cable. But maybe that's the way they're not going to go. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. And PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. PrizePicks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. You see, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. And I was pleasantly surprised by just how quick and easy it was to get set up and registered and ready to go. Here's a couple of examples of picking your more or less. Tyreek Hill for more than 90 receiving yards, Dak Prescott for more than 263 passing yards, and CeeDee Lamb for more than 96 receiving yards. So guys, download the PrizePicks app today and use the code Campea and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code Campea on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks. Run your game. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Let's say the story is true. What do you think about Josh Brolin playing Hal Jordan? I think it could be very, very interesting going that sort of route. Or were you hoping for a younger Hal Jordan so we could have Hal and John and Guy and Kyle like protecting the earth together for years to come? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.